Limacheloni, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Thavhani and welcome to another edition of the Venda podcast. And now I'm out here. Brother, he wasn't with us last week. He's back to give us his intellect. Also breaking down some of the issues that have been happening and some of those that we would like you to know. So, who is back?
Hi guys.
You know, there's a thing about girls with spectacles. So intelligent. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, sometimes
a compliment.
Yeah, that is a compliment.
I feel like I's problem is directly proportional to intelligence. We're being scientific now.
But they consider us nerds, especially those with brails.
And with an afro.
Are you
natural afro?
Yeah. I'm not.
She's okay. She's nice.
But I'm okay.
That's what we call her again. If she wasn't okay,
she wasn't gonna come back.
Don't want to pump people. But yeah. Don't want to pump people. But yeah, we are back. We're back. You know, last week, Saturday, I went to thavhani Mall. I didn't know that there was a comedy night. There was a comedy night, and then the main act was shampoonaza. We all know shampoonaza from Spotted 10. It's a seasoned comedian. He was there, and then I was so impressed about the environment in town. It was like everything was so proper. Like from News Cafe up until Shopolo Face. It was a vibe.
That one, any like you got 6.
Yeah, it started I think at around 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But people got there earlier.
Yeah, people got there earlier and then started late, 7:30 to 8, and then it was nice. It was nice. It just shows us that there is something lacking here in Venda. The fact that we had to call someone. I don't have anything against Shampoo. He's a good comedian. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah, that guy is
but
good.
I follow him a lot. I used to watch Sports at 10 because of him.
Yeah.
He's good.
But you even forget that your team lost. Yeah. When he's there.
But he'll beat you at the same time.
Exactly.
He just left your lungs out.
So the fact that we had to call someone from Pretoria,
Yes,
to come and be the main act in Venda shows that we're making something. Why can't we have someone as big as Shampoo that originates from here?
actually, do we have stand-up comedians?
Yeah, I think we do. Hey, I think we do. Just that some of them they are scared to showcase their talent, or they think they are not recognized.
The thing is with stand-up comedy, that one, you don't plan that thing.
No, it's written. They write to the jokes. You write you write a subject that you're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
And then some of the things just come.
They'll just come.
They just come as you go. They
you just have to make sure that you're going to show it to the people like in a funny way.
Yes.
Because some have tried and people didn't find their comedy funny, so they never attempted again.
So who are those who are vendors? The vendor stand-up comedians?
I don't know.
I don't know any.
What about the guy? Is it Mr. Majo?
Mr. Majo, I first heard of him that day. I didn't know about Mr. Majo. Kedibone mulaudzi is Venda, but he grew up. I think he grew up in Gauteng because he hardly made comedies in Venda. But he had a piece there that he did in Venda. It was fine as well.
Yeah, but you know, I think they are there. Some of them we don't know them, but I think now it's time that maybe we talk about these things. Maybe they will show up. They will come and tell us more about their talent one day.
True,
but I believe that we do have a lot of them around here.
Yes, they are there, but they are not in the public space. They're not in the,
Let's just say we do have the potentials. Those who
Yeah.
have the potentials, but now it's time to call them out. You know, guys,
yeah.
come and do your best. Let the people be the judge.
Yeah, and
Don't
remember,
judge yourself
it's
while
like
you're sitting down.
we've been undermined by a lot of tribes. I think that's why sometimes we are hideous.
I said this.
We are not recognized. You know, Venda people, we are not recognized, even in awards, in
I
so
said
many
this in
things,
the-
which are, yeah.
We're in this
yeah,
very
yeah,
same venue.
Exactly.
On the, I think on our second episode, if not third, I spoke about how segregated Venda people are. We're the most segregated tribe across all tribes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that. I think it was on the third episode we did talk about that.
Yes, we're the most segregated. I mean, how many artists that have won, like musical artists that have won summers in South Africa, in Venda? Has Makazi ever won a summer?
And she's always complaining
Yes, she-
about being nominated
she's never-
and all that.
She's never.
And she's a pro.
Last stage was supposed to be nominated, but she
But
wasn't.
you see,
Matorokis was a hit
They
internationally.
didn't recognize.
It was not even a song. of the year.
How do they nominate you? Let's check this thing. How do they nominate you?
Someone explained the nomination process, man. I forgot, but someone this podcast. It's called the podcast. They mentioned the process.
The process of how you're
I
nominated.
forgot. No, I'm lying. It's not the podcast. The podcast. Saul explained everything there. I forgot the process, but man, Matorokis was just. It was supposed to be automatic for you to.
Maybe
do
they just
something,
put
yeah.
it aside.
She's from
no,
Limpopo.
She's from
Yeah.
Limpopo.
but she's making it.
Yeah, she is making it,
Awards
but
or not,
She is.
she's making
That one
it.
she
bro.
is.
now we're talking about the recognition of
Yeah.
the talent we have.
Yeah.
Mr. Majo, I didn't know who he was, but after that I started following him. He said he's coming. If he
Yeah.
just carry on the way he's doing, trust me.
Yeah, I
he's
think we
gonna-
just have to forget about doing things with other people, you know, because they don't recognize us. Let's just do our own thing. Like back in the days, we were
do need
on our own. Remember, by the time of Kosi,
Now you're
Bombay,
talking about that Venda was a country on its own.
Exactly, we were doing fine. Look, even now, like, it is
We're
not a
doing
country
fine.
on its own, but they don't recognize us still. It's like we don't exist when it comes to them.
True. They only recognize you if you're you're a star.
Makazi is a star still.
They recognize that
That's-
because
She decided to do things on her own and she's making it. We can still do that.
we can, but I feel like as well we need to create platforms where these people can showcase their talent.
Yeah.
When I grew up in Pretoria. In Pretoria, we have this thing called Black Laverro. Every Thursday, like it's a chillers. You know, people come with their booze, hablis, smokes, and everything. It's a chillers where rappers come showcase their
Any
skills.
talent.
Any talent. If you're a poet, you just go there,
come with
you
it.
present. If you're a comedian, you go. It was like that thing grew, and you find that there are so many people who are so talented that are not noticed.
So what do you suggest to read?
And then, sorry to cut you off. When I was in varsity, there was this thing called House 33. Same thing happened in campus. Like, it's a chiller session, you know.
You could see that there are a lot of people who have talent.
Yes, if
That's not
you
recognized.
just recognize that, yeah, you just contact the organizer of House 33. They put you on the day of the event. Tell you, okay, we're the new artist, she's a poet, she's blah 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 blah, and then you go there, you showcase your talent. Like, it used to be packed, but I've never heard of an event like that here. It's free.
Yeah, it
All you need is
begins
just a
with you.
small speaker. Like, it wasn't even a big, like a Bluetooth speaker. You need to do that with a Bluetooth speaker, and then as more people came in, that's when people like, okay, big sound was required, and something like that.
Yeah,
I
you
think
know,
we need
okay.
to create a Freaky Friday, maybe.
Something like that.
Freaky
Yeah,
Friday. on
now that you guys are
Saturday.
talking about it, I believe that we can do it. It begins with you, since you have this idea of, okay, there are some people who are doing this. We can still do it here at home.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a phone calls when I get home. Like, on a serious note,
You need
I'm
to.
gonna make phone calls, and then we
can do
we
that.
can do this, man.
A black child can do it.
We can. I believe in us.
Because like the mere fact that kedibone was there meant something for me, because Venda has been doing comedy for as long as I can remember. A lot of people don't know him. A lot of people around here don't know him because he doesn't speak Venda. a lot.
I didn't know him actually. That guy.
You see, he doesn't speak Venda a lot. His comedy is based mostly in Gauteng. He's been on a couple of shows. If you check, there's a comedy channel, Comedy Central.
I think what is it called? The Big Bang theme to comedy, something like that. I think it's those were the place that I first saw him.
Yeah, never like Mzansi.
It's in Mzansi, it's in Gauteng.
Oh, okay.
You can find people like Boss Kumba inside.
Yeah, he's been in those stages. Yeah, but Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
So I think we need to create platforms. If you're out there watching, you can hit me up. You can link up and then put this idea into place. Because like we need platform like that. We just chill, and then we put a mic there, a speaker, and then people will come just showcase their talent.
Do you know a comedy? It's a very nice therapy for someone.
Exactly.
It's
Just laughing.
Just laugh your problems out.
I was telling my colleagues. I think yesterday. I was like, yo, bro, on Saturday I had such a nice time. I was at my uncle, by the way. He's the one who called me out. And then he's like, yo, bro, what are you doing? I was like, I'm doing nothing. Like, pull up. Like, okay. I went there. You forget about all the problems. You just focus in the moment. Just focus on the moment.
Actually, I love comedy.
Yeah, it's
I love comedy.
happy.
When watching a comedy, it's a therapy. If I have a problem, it just goes away, just like that. I forgot about my problem for a minute while I'm watching that comedy.
And it works.
I'm still that one person. If like I feel like, you know what, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed, and then I'm just having a bad day. Just go to YouTube and just watch Chobidingana.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. I'm always on YouTube.
Watch Chobidingana. Watch whatever that can make me laugh.
I'm always watching Trevor Noah. I know that guy is.
Trevor Noah, that is the best.
Trevor Noah is
I won't lie to you.
a goat.
Trevor Noah is the best. It's just that he left us now.
Yeah.
And that was anyone who had gotten that opportunity, they would have left. If that opportunity come knocking on my door, like, yo, bro, you have the opportunity to go to jail,
like this.
to host the Daily Show.
You will pack and
The
go.
Daily Show. Come on, bro.
How many people?
Yeah, I do. There's a lot.
Yeah, I do as well. I do.
Look, listen, I'm one person. I watch anything and everything that has to do with broadcasting. Because I've from a young age, and let me not lie, not from a young age, but for the longest of time, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to, find myself sitting in front of camera, just speaking my ideas.
Exactly.
One person who
inspired
me was Scoop Makati. That guy was one of the best presenter for the longest time. So yeah, I've always wanted to do that, and then I'm glad I'm finally doing it. I'm happy.
Watching a broadcast, it's...
Yes. So I think Venda people, we just need to create platforms where we can showcase. We don't need these people. We can do this by ourselves.
We don't
need
I
these
always
people.
believed in that we don't need them.
We don't need
Because we can do it, we can do it. She's leading us. She's showing us that if you really want to...
She's paving a way.
Exactly.
If you really want to do this,
I mentioned Chobidingana. Let's speak about the film industry in Venda. When was the last time you saw a movie from Venda? You'll never see a movie from Venda. Is it because we don't have enough production producing? Maybe people just don't think we work good. Oh, we just don't have enough material to sell to people.
So there are certain cameras or equipment which is required in order for you to submit it to Showmax. So it is not any, how can I put it? Camera quality. Yeah, they look at that. Yeah, they look at that. So I think that's what we still have to work on.
But sometimes you can sell the idea. You don't necessarily need to sell the fully produced.
Just like myself, I am a writer. The main aim is to sell the idea of my writings to other productions. Even if, let me make an example. If I'm to approach Marvel Studio with my idea or my own book, I believe I can do that. That's the first studio I would like to approach. I'm busy right now. I'm working on my first novel. I'm translating it since I wrote it in Venda. So right now I'm translating it so that I can be able to work with other people from abroad. But you know, there are a whole lot of people who comes to me and say, no man, you can't be targeting studios like local studios. Why don't you try someone with cameras? I always say to them, you need to dream big. If you don't dream big, you are limiting yourself and you won't reach to where you wanna be. So whether I'm good or I'm bad, I target my local studio because I will learn every day through this workshop what I'm learning markets. Then I'll start working with what they are expecting. So when it comes to that,
as I was saying, I fully agree with you, everything you mentioned. But after Tshivenda, which other movie came out of Venda that had an impact that Tshivenda had?
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
That is
And that one, I think it has
movie
quality.
Yeah, because
there is
it
quality.
reached
Played on
to cinema. That one.
Yes.
Yeah, we watched it.
You see, I think whoever wrote that thing sold them an idea.
Who wrote that one?
I don't know. I just saw Florence Massey was on it. Vusi Kunene was on it. A lot of people. Bumshasha was on
And
it.
the fact that
So it was more like a collaboration.
the fact that
those
Wofodelwa Anepa Venda, you know, that's what I love about it. Even my writings, if I'm to approach a production company or a studio, I'd like them to come and work this side.
and record this.
Yeah, because if nishpomola nga Venda, nga chitoro choite Venda, ratuara rachi actera, it will make no sense, you know. It's best
Totally.
even if they come with their actors, their cast, and they do it this side, it will make sense. Because we have other things that they don't have that side, which we're going to require.
No, I think she's right. I do agree with her. You know, if you are writing something which is based, if she's writing something, obviously she won't write something which is based in Gauteng.
Exactly.
She has to write something which is based in Venda, around here.
Yeah.
Why should we go and act it somewhere?
No,
Why should we take the production somewhere? We found it here. We found these things here.
Look at Tom Cruise now. He's here in Limpopo. Tom Cruise shooting a movie in Limpopo.
Tom Cruise.
Huh?
Tom
Like
Cruise.
the Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I will show you.
The Mission Impossible Tom Cruise.
I will give you a link. You will see it.
You
He's
need to
here.
send the one.
Tom Cruise.
That's what I'm saying. When you start to say, now
No,
you are
listen.
undermining yourself.
I'm not undermining.
It's very nice.
You don't get it. You don't get it. My point is, I agree with everything you said. My point is, why should it come with the actors? We don't have. You don't.
Yeah,
Are you saying we don't have talented actors?
Now you are saying that time you didn't.
I'm
say
also
it. It was-
talented.
That's why.
That time
That's why I
he was
wanted.
like,
I wanted him to
no,
speak
you are
first.
against what
No, that's why I said he
I'm
must speak
saying.
first. Then I can make my point.
Yes.
So are you saying we don't have enough tabargain? People who are talented enough to be on that.
That one,
Actors
it was an example. I said if they have to come with their the whole production, the
Yes.
whole cast, they can still come, but they should do it this side. That's what I said. Not to say it's a must that
It's a
they
must.
need to bring their actors. We do have actors here. You can see them on screens, and they are the best. Like those actors.
Again, that's
in
what we-
Ererwani movie, they are the best actors ever. We do have best
And
actors
also
this
they have
side.
vendors.
Again.
Yeah,
That's
and they
it.
understand our culture. They
Thank
understand
you.
everything which is written. They're better than those ones
Yes.
from.
I want to take you back to the segregation you spoke about. Where else have you seen Gabriel Temuzani Bafue except in Mbango?
Yeah, and I haven't. Myself, I
Many
haven't.
places.
Where else have you seen Susan except in Mbango?
Yeah, myself, I haven't. Unless if I don't watch.
That lady, I forgot her name. She who played Furuan. I saw her on Deep City. I was happy to see that. Who else? There are people like them from Mbango, but it ends there.
Their contract doesn't limit them, ne?
No.
Oh no! Cindy Latu left Mbango. She was doing the
No,
best she
I mean,
could.
I think it's asking if as long as she's still in Mubango.
You
is
don't
she
You're not
have
allowed- you're not allowed to-
Are you
Yeah,
allowed to?
yeah.
It doesn't limit them because it's a contract.
I don't
like,
know.
Don't forget.
To be honest, I don't know.
To take it to juggle your memory back just a little bit. You know, generation before it changed to the generation the latest.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Their contract used to limit them. But that time, while you are seeing let's say Tao, By the time you're watching him on Generation, have you ever seen him in another movie?
No.
Their contract used to limit them.
Yeah.
It
That's
used
why
to limit
Cindy
them.
had to leave first, so that she can
that
be
makes
featured
sense.
in other
They
stories.
used to limit that
The
contract
same
used
guy
to
you
limit
spoke
them.
about, Rapulana Sipem.
Yes.
He had to leave Generation, the luggage, to go to the Queen.
You see?
Yeah,
left it.
maybe. But
Yeah, I think they're
again,
binded by their contract.
The contract.
yeah, but
sometimes
again, it's not a
binds them
it's not a
to
lifetime
them.
contract.
Yeah.
You can also
As long as you're the main character, you are one of those main characters. I think you're binded by the contract.
but as I'm saying, it's not a lifetime
because
contract. You can
when did Cindy Latu started acting from Muvanga? She was just a little girl
just
from
a
high
little
school.
yeah,
You see, and she
acted
was
for
the main
years.
character. She
Grew
had
up
to be
in
the,
Muvanga.
That's like a home.
But I don't think we would have
But she grew, sure.
seen the other side of her if she didn't take the chance
She would
to go to
always
the
be
river.
that sweet Cindy Latu who doesn't love
Sometimes
violence.
you need to get
and
out
never
of your
drop a
comfort
comfort
zone.
Yeah.
There is this thing of being in a comfort zone. You know what? If I'm in Mbango,
Muraro.
where can I go?
Muraro,
I can't go.
where else have we seen him?
No,
See,
yeah.
I haven't seen.
I
him.
think those ones are the main characters.
KK.
That's why.
KK wants to try and act a movie here in Venda.
Yeah, I've seen him on a couple of things.
What was the name of that?
These Venda movies.
Mchange. I think it's Mchange, ne?
I'm not sure.
He wants to try and act a movie here. I don't know whether that movie ended. And I think
Yeah,
it was
they
the
don't
only
make it
last.
anyway.
They don't.
Yeah,
make it.
there's this thing of gatekeeping. If they don't want you to succeed, they will just make sure that you don't.
Exactly.
And let's not forget, guys, we have the best writers who are vendors.
Yes.
Why are they not coming back home and write something which is from home based? Then they take it to a quality studio.
Sometimes I think we need to understand that these guys also need to eat.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something.
yeah.
When it comes to writing industry, you can be the best writer, but those people, for you to get to where you want to be, most of them, they expect to use you first, most men. Mm-hmm. That's the only way you can make it. Even whether you have the best ideas, which can bring change into our Venda land, they won't even take it.
They won't.
Yeah, I think that's how they have programmed themselves, that any woman who wants to make it to the top, she needs to pass through this, whether it's from acting or writing or whatever. I've been there. I started writing in 2017. Mind you, I had no money, I had nothing. So the challenges that I've been facing is that it's either they're publishing for free and take 85% of my rush, meaning that I'm only going to get.
You know what writing is?
See? So, or else I'm paying 5K for everything, but I'll just sell my books. They won't help me with anything. But some of them, they can say that you pay 5K for everything. The copyrights are yours. You start selling. They know places which you don't know. They're gonna take your books and submit them. When they call for submission, they call them. They submit your books without you knowing anything. I remember this other guy had a problem that, you know what, they are using my book there at UNISA. I don't even know. I wasn't even aware of until someone told me about it. The person who published that book told me that my book didn't make it. It couldn't make it to the Department of Education.
But they're using the book.
He's rich now with his book. You see, those people with companies, they're the ones who are shining with our writings. So it's not like we don't have best writers. We do, but
we do.
They are shining.
This thing is like record labels.
Mm-hmm.
The industry is too hard.
Yeah.
Record labels
It's not easy.
make more money than the artist themselves.
Yeah, and we start believing that we are not the
And
best.
you're the one
Why
who's
should-
working. You're the
You're
one who's in the
work,
face of
Baba.
everyone,
Exactly.
but you're not getting
imagine
anything.
if it happens like that, I'm being robbed of my work. Do you think Nibana that motivation or you know what? I still have to continue writing. I'm being told all the negative stuff that no, your writings doesn't qualify or
Doesn't meet certain standards.
Yeah. So nani ni sokoforia, you know what? Why should I continue writing?
And
Yeah, my target marketing ufi zwenda ngwara qualify and I want to target marketing and no target except for that one. So why should I continue writing? We do have best writers. There's one as a workshop. They all have the same problem. I submitted my book, guy, but they told me I couldn't make it. I saw some of my poems featured.
That's what I was about to say. Like you would submit your things, and they tell you, this thing is garbage. It's nonsense. Then you leave it there, and then they like leave you for 3 months, and forget about it. Later,
then the one who said you submitted a proposal in such company. Later on, you found out no, they are using the same thing
and
that you proposed to them.
I was stupid because I studied entrepreneurship. I know when you submit something like that, you make them sign the confidentiality agreement form first. Because I was desperate. I needed to do something. I just went there and then presented blah 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 blah. I even left the copy of my business plan and proposal there. Like I will call you. They never called. Never called. Months later, so my idea being implemented and then that was it.
I also had at NYDA, institutions like NYDA.
Hey, that one.
When you go there, when you go there, they let you pitch your idea, you do everything, and after that, they sell it or give it to their family members. After that, they fund them. At kedibone, but never process of funding. You pitch the idea, so now you are applying. Then I will process everything for you. You go and do this kind of business. Or you in there, right? We will give you a call when something comes up. So we will give you a call.
That's why I even stopped believing in this working government institutions for funding. Garbage, man.
But myself, I got lucky. I went there in 2018. Then last year 2021. Nawana like ndoskanda no kuzungumza fi. Arikotoma list year 2019. So I was like, that is 2019 December to fund. Then we were 2020 and 2021 after. I was like, oh, never 2018 list is actually that's where I got them.
What's 2019?
Yeah.
Which means you're 2018 year
old. That's where I got them. I'm like, no. This year under cover the list is 2018. Then I started complaining and said, oh, but 2018 and for that every year, maybe 3 times a year. Not all cover the list is 2019 or bacheke or number yanga yone palanina. But don't know see. Now list is about the insha. Then after this one talks too much. Let's attend the first and get done with.
Just close your mouth. But like when you first go to the zone, you close your mouth.
Just like that. That's when they funded me with that mobile kitchen container. And that was it. But the rest are still crying even today.
I think it's the best story we do a workshop or a process of this thing. What do you do for you, not for those guys to use your proposal? If not submit a proposal, what do you have to do in order to secure your proposal to yourself? If they're not taking it, they're not taking it, but still it remains being yours. So I think we have to take this word out.
There's
you know what? If Nina proposal, don't forget to do this. If you forget to do this, you are just giving out your whole effort to someone.
With writing
it inside. They don't have this thing called conscious. They don't. So if you don't have that, you will find yourself
with writing with writing, I think it's much easier as compared to a business idea. With business idea, you can just tilt it a bit and then just change here and there, and then it can be yours. It can be theirs. But with writing, you just make sure that they sign the confidentiality agreement. Then they will never do that.
We do that. They steal it. There's this thing when it comes to writing. They need a lot of proof to show that indeed
bring manuscript.
This is yours.
Yeah, and they require some of the things. The publisher, they don't offer them to you and say, now we have to sign this and that. You find that you've got nothing to provide to prove that this is indeed my writing. Or they will say stories are fun. Experiences in life. So
living in a dangerous world.
Yeah, it's like that. They will
People are dead inside, man.
Yeah.
Very.
They will tell you that the stories are fun. As long as Oscar to change any title, then I change it to one. They're gonna say it's his.
Hey guys, these things we're talking about, they're depressing.
It is because people
talking about people being robbed.
Being robbed of your own effort.
Opportunities. So
imagine if you have worked your whole life saying, "I started being a broadcaster since maybe I was 10. You have been planning all along from being a 10-year-old, and you'll be like, no, man, now I'm 17. Let me try and pitch this thing somehow. And someone robbed you everything.
Yeah.
Now I'm just
whole years to that. No, it's very.
I'm just happy
depressing.
like we live in the internet world. You don't need these guys. If you like wanna do something like broadcasting, what we're doing right now, you don't need those guys. You're sitting in front of a camera.
We didn't know by then, yeah, and
No, like,
technology wasn't
yes.
that advanced.
Yeah,
So,
you're right.
Yeah, right now.
Now things are a
Knowledge
lot
is
better.
power, eh?
Yeah,
Knowledge
guys,
is
hey, let's
power.
move from this.
So
topic. It's
myself, what I
depressing
do
me.
these days, if I need information,
I mean,
if
I
I have to
don't wanna
go
talk
straight to
about it anymore.
the,
It's
if
depressing.
I have
When
to
I've
go
been
straight-
robbed, I know how it feels like.
Yeah, you see, myself, if I have to go straight to the Department of Education, I don't mind traveling from here to Gauteng department just to get that legal information that I need.
That you need.
Unlike inquiring from people who will tell me that, no, you need to pass through us in order to get there. You need to sleep with me. You need to do this. You need to do that.
Yeah.
I go there straight. I go to Google or YouTube and search, okay, where can I find this information and how? If I have to write them an email, I do that. The
You
thing
write
is,
an email.
sometimes we are lazy ourselves.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, there was also no, that one is the best. Then I have information you have to solve.
Just
You are
be
limiting
yourself.
yourself by saying that. Now I believe whatever that you want to do, you can do it, and not through anyone. Just by yourself, you can do whatever that you want to do. And I've been doing that, and things have been working ever since I started doing things by myself.
Girl power.
Yeah.
Woman,
These people, they need power.
Yeah.
And they do have it.
a lot of women have power.
Women
Yeah,
have
yeah. Don't come. Yeah, women have power. So guys, something. Now that we spoke about the comedy night at Thavhani. After the comedy night, they announced that on Saturday, I forgot date, which date it will be, but there's going to be a movie night. A movie night that started around 7-8. So people just go there. All they need is your presence. They don't need any of your money. So guys, if you're
When?
like,
On
on Saturday.
You mean this coming Saturday?
Yeah, I
No, it
think
won't be
that's what I
this.
saw.
It won't be this coming Saturday. I guess this thing is going to drop on Monday, so it will be.
Oh, that-
It will be the
that-
previous
that's
Saturday.
Yeah, but I think I saw Saturday as well, but I just didn't know which Saturday they are referring to.
Yeah, so it's Saturday. Saturday after the comedy night, it's going to be a movie night at Thavhani Mall. So if you have a girlfriend that you wanna take out, or you wanna take someone out on a date, you're hitting on them. This can be opportunity, comrade.
Yeah.
We don't have cinemas
We
in
don't.
Venda here. So we don't
Now-
have anywhere else to
Now
take
we
our
need a
girlfriends to.
self-made cinema.
We don't have anywhere else to take
We
our
need a self-made
girlfriends
cinema.
and all that. And I wonder why don't we have cinemas in cinema in Venda? Because Guyana has a cinema, Polokwane has a cinema. Only Venda doesn't have a cinema.
Who is the owner of who runs Thavhani Mall? By the way, I want to know
Yeah, that's
that.
what I want to know. I
Who
think-
runs Thavhani Mall?
I think will there
Is
be
the one
will there be enough space?
Our president.
Will there be enough space
There-
for a cinema?
Yeah, I
in
think
Thavhani
so.
Mall?
I think so.
Actually,
Even
not
on the
Thavhani
other
Mall
side,
per
not
se.
Oh.
The
inside the
whole
mall.
ground of Thavhani Mall is
Yeah.
huge.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Imagine
you
there
can
is
see
that. You know there is it cash build? No.
That's
Build-
even if
builders.
it-
Builders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even if
That
that's
is
why
the
there's
same
space.
area with Thavhani
What
Mall.
falls
That's
under
the
Town
same-
Mall?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the same space. Do
Yeah,
you see
but
how
there's a
huge
lot.
is that space?
We are not talking about the building which is already there. No, we will be able to get a space just outside.
Just
the
outside.
mall.
I would be happy if one of these millionaires in Venda just create that.
come and
We
create
don't
that.
want Steak and Echo. If Steak and Echo comes, it's fine. But why can't one of our
Something
own
of our own.
create a cinema in Venda? I know Agri will need licensing and what. They can. These people have money. It's an
These people
investment.
have money.
It's an investment. It's like we're gonna
They
go there
have
for
ways,
But
free.
you know-
like we were talking here. You need a way. You need to build your way up.
most people
if
with
you know
money-
someone.
Most people with money doesn't have a business idea. They don't have business ideas, and people without money or people with business
What are you
idea
trying to
doesn't
say?
have
Money to fund.
So it's like that.
So most of people who have money,
Yeah.
they don't have those brains
Yeah,
that
so-
you do.
Millionaires and billionaires, we're giving you the idea. Please build a Steak and build a cinema in Venda. We need
We
a
are
cinema.
proposing
We are
that.
proposing,
We
comrade.
will work
That's
on
a-
it.
that's a
We
simple
will write.
proposal.
We don't even have a theater. Where will these young kids who aspire to be actors learn how to act?
We have
don't
a lot
have a
of
theater.
talented one with and theater is a nice one.
Yeah, we have a lot of people with
theatre.
And if you listen to a lot of seasoned actors, they will tell you that I started acting at a very young age. I used to go to this theater, blah 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 blah.
Do you
So
know
now
what?
if you're
Far away from Limpopo.
Yes.
You know why they do that? They were supported from a very young age to focus
there are
on
cinemas in
their
Gauteng.
talent.
Exactly.
This need to be introduced in primary. Things like business, things like this talent. Just like,
Drama and
let's say, what's the name of this soccer player? Is it Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yes.
At what age did he started with?
Started at a very
soccer
young age.
Look now, he's the best player.
Lionel Messi started a very
Yeah,
young
they are the
age.
best
Most of
players
them, they started
ever.
at
Yeah,
very
because they focused on their talent from a very young age. With
We spoke
us,
about this. Spoke about amplifying the other time. Like,
Yes, that-
Yeah.
if you spot a talent from a kid, just make sure that they focus on their talent. Then they can be able to make it for
Exactly.
themselves.
They need to
This week-
introduce it in schools, from primary school, high school,
I was
everywhere.
talking about this thing not so long. This week we are busy with sporting at school. So I was telling these other ones, you know, tomorrow we are going for sport. But here in Venda, it ends here in school.
Yes.
It ends here
That's
in school. They
It
go
doesn't
there
go
and get a
anywhere.
gold medal for being number one. No one will follow
Look at
you.
other
No one
athletes.
will-
They've made it, but with
see-
us, we don't make it anyway. It ends here
It
in
ends.
school. Doesn't go
It ends in school.
because they don't
Na
support
maybe as
it.
generated
Hey,
rules.
who-
Usokori ndi mwana chikoloni uko ya mitambo
Una sports
zvopera.
center,
Hey.
avanoni sports center chulwane chinarangatori. You know what? We
God.
have this sports
Do we,
center.
do we even
where
have a
kids
basketball team in
We
Venda?
don't.
Who plays basketball in
No
Venda?
one.
Tizijiwa sava zvava tu vachena.
Yeah.
Come on, it's nothing like
We are
that.
only
NBA
focused ka soccer, pedzi, you know. So,
And that's okay. I want like Black Leopard back then used to be 100%. We are about to but now it's different.
They're after man.
they are no longer picking from our guys around here.
They're after them.
So we
And
need
sometimes
a sports
They're
center.
building
I don't.
this.
Sometimes I don't blame them because you'll find that they have to. They want to pick from our people, but there isn't much to pick from.
To pick.
You think
Again.
there isn't much?
Do we have football? How
Let's
many
just-
football academies do we
let's
have
just say-
around here?
Oh, okay. You mean the centers?
Because I get you need to go to
Does
trials
Black
and blah
Leopard
blah
have an
blah.
academy though?
I think it does. I think it does. From what I've heard, I think it does. Yes. And there's this park in Venda Football Academy. I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I just
I think I've
see
heard about
buses
it, yeah.
and cars branded
think I
foot
have
Venda
heard
Football
about it.
Academy. Yeah.
But we need a sports center where it will accommodate each and everyone.
Yes,
They'll
'cause-
be playing tennis. They'll be swimming. They'll be playing.
Hockey. Who plays hockey in Venda?
No one.
Who plays hockey in Venda?
Hockey.
No hockey, guys.
Does it require ice?
Huh?
Does it require ice?
No.
In an icy place.
No, it doesn't. You can play it like on artificial grass. You play that thing.
You sure?
Sure, like yeah, in TUT there's an artificial grass where people play hockey. There's no ice in TUT.
Really? I
Yes.
thought they require ice.
Yeah, man.
For-
That's what I thought.
No.
Maybe that's why we're not even thinking about.
No,
hockey.
that thing
Maybe
requires
we need to
grass.
tie the place up for us to be.
Yeah,
No, nothing
We
requires.
need to
Like
tie it up.
you play hockey with your sneakers.
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm dead sure.
You know,
100%. You can go Google that thing or watch YouTube videos.
I just want to be sure. I thought
There are those that are played on that thing where you are skating.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you
that's,
play.
That's the one that I know.
No, you can play hockey on the grass.
We do need a sport academy or a sporting area where
Come on,
it
people,
accommodate everything.
Take us serious, man. Hey.
So another
It
thing
seems
is
like
that
today we are crying all about things which are not here.
no, the thing is some time back then we once said I think Chikwa was there. Ne? Robert raised as a concern or what do we need as youth to be helped with. We spoke about a sports center, things like that. So the thing is sometimes government visa that funding or that money will refer to a sports center.
get
But
child.
petu naturally
In wrong hands.
you will never see that sports
In
center.
wrong
You will
hands.
never.
In
It's
wrong
just
hands.
gonna end there. So I think it needs to start there. People who are being given those tenders, they are the ones who are chowing down.
Hey,
No
this
development.
tender system.
I think you're
Yeah,
right
the tender
because-
system should be destroyed.
Because around Vuani, there is just I won't mention names. There is this guy came back. People they know him. He was well known. He started making projects. He even took this old building. He said he wanna open a gym. Since then,
Nana Musi. There's
even
nothing.
today,
Look at Vuanita
Nothing is
Road.
happening.
Huh? Look at
Nothing is
Vuanita Road.
happening.
Uruandori gravel itopera Renata. Goro itopera kata road. Zishimbla gravel.
gravel.
Which are put
What do you call that? Nenda I went to Gauteng, I think only for a year, if I'm not mistaken. Ndotua una gravel. Ndichibenda no chife opangwa tar road. I'm like, What?
Where is it?
Where is it? I can't see anything here. Where's
Where
the
is
top?
it actually?
Yeah, what do you mean? You
Where
can't
is
even
it?
none at maybe I need to get this break. But for real, just for within a year, Chabachono, it is a line. So Niapa and Avonazorpora Zitendara, you know, and even whenever
these people are not taking us serious.
yeah, and even whenever stop a development
Development.
or eat definitely.
Once you see that money, and chat of the cheat. Mara,
First
before you
thing
have
first,
it,
yeah.
you'll be saying, no, if I get this money, I'll do this. If I get this money, I'll do this. Once you have the whole cash in your
You're
hand,
going to build a house and buy a
you're
car.
going to build your own house, buy
Yeah.
a car,
And say,
chow the
"I got
money
it."
all alone.
So to prove that these things can be done and we can do it ourselves, apparently there's a self-made cinema in Jericho.
Oh.
There's a lodge called Laverro. It's not a lodge place. It's a lodge, but it's like a chiller's place because like people host events there. It's a lodge. You can. It's a nice place. Apparently, they created something like a cinema. People go watch movie. You can take out your girlfriends and all that. So it's possible.
So what is it a big screen?
They use
A
projectors.
project.
Oh yeah.
Is so it's possible, guys. We are pleading. We are begging. Waramashirin, please hear us out
And support us.
and support us.
Yeah.
So
We got
for-
talent.
It's an investment. It's not like they're saying they must give us money. No, they're investing.
Not
They'll get back
every-
their money.
Not everyone is coming up with these such ideas.
No one.
We are sitting here trying to implement it by telling you guys who have money so that you can help us.
We don't
are
have
talking
a
about
theater.
hosting maybe a theater. We are talking about creating a platform for those who have
No, that one I'm going to. I'm going
You
to make
see,
phone calls when I get home.
you see,
Today.
Yeah,
that one
you
it
should
needs
do
to
that.
happen. If we want to create a cinema, it also has to happen.
I think we should also go to Parapara FM and discuss about this thing. Maybe they will take us serious.
You know?
No, for real.
No,
Yeah,
it's been.
but then
Do you think like
then-
do you think with the first people to come up with this? Obviously, these things have been raised before,
People
but
have
no
been
one is
raising
thinking.
We
this
go-
issue. The thing
down-
that I've learned about us or South Africa, there are issues who have been raised each and every day. For an example, people have been talking about corruption since it
yeah,
started,
yeah.
and it seems like while we are talking about it, we are just
keeps on escalating.
we are just escalating
Yeah,
it.
going.
So there are people who are talking about this. We are not the first one to talk about this, but still, we are not getting tired. We are pleading. You see?
So do you think
We're
we're just
pleading,
gonna go
let's
to
do
knock
this.
at town at SABC? Yeah, I want to talk about
We
this
need
when
we need this.
they're going to gatekeep you because you are going to speak
but
about
guys,
this.
What's the second option?
This is the
What's
platform.
plan?
This is the platform.
Okay, no, I understand this is the platform.
Yes.
As like, what do we have in mind? What can we do?
As I said, now
order
I said
for-
I'm going to make phone calls to create a platform where people can showcase their talent. If you're a rapper, you can come showcase your rapping skills. We don't even have rap battles anymore.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't have rap battles anymore.
And what you're saying, we just need a simple venue. Like the
simple
place
venue.
where we are right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can use this place.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, just
Create a little stage over there.
Yes.
That's a platform for everyone who has a talent.
You just
You come
people
and
come.
perform.
Yes.
And yeah, you said something about for free. We need to take this word out. It's not like when we are building you. We are creating this platform for people to know
To
you.
showcase their
To
talent.
showcase your talent.
Yes.
Show us what you have. Other people will see. Maybe, who knows? Your best producer might be here.
Exactly.
You see, your way maker or your destination, the person who's going to take you to your destination might be here. It's a matter of showing case your talent. Because where you are, no one is seeing that.
so it begins with us, guys.
It begins here. It
see?
begins
with
here.
us.
So
Yeah,
guys,
I
I-
believe we can do the.
Will you support me?
Yeah, well, I'm your number one supporter.
I'm
Okay. Like we
fully
need
behind.
poet. We need poet. We need writers.
I know writers, I know poets, I know
poets,
comedians.
I know,
I know
writers,
comedians.
I know people
Exactly.
who
We
love
need rappers.
comedians,
I
you see.
know rappers, I know musicians. So
Exactly.
we just have to put the word out there. Then people will come.
Aye.
Those who want to.
And mind you, this
If
is
you
not
want
a
to sponsor us with a
competition.
speaker or a mic, we're open for that. But I'll organize one myself.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's not a competition.
It's not a competition. We are showcasing.
We need to send something out clear.
Yeah.
This is not a competition.
And No. help
We are
each
saying you're
other.
gonna
If
show you.
It's not a talent
Your
show.
talent.
Yeah,
It's not
if
a talent
someone
show.
is lacking somewhere, we help each other.
No,
Maybe
like,
there's
no,
someone who
like-
can help him improve
If
somewhere.
you're maybe a poet, like no, you can write your poetry. Like you can do this.
You can do that and do that.
You get me?
Exactly.
It's about
We
building each other.
Yeah,
We are building
that's
each
the
other.
main
That's the
idea.
main idea.
So
Each other.
Yeah, and as I said, I'm going to make phone calls, and then next week I will tell you. In fact, by tomorrow or let's say weekend, I will tell you guys how far I am.
Yeah,
with
now
this
when
thing.
you say tomorrow, you see we're getting there. Once we talk about something, we get to
Right
it.
away.
Right away.
Right away we
Right
get
away.
it.
I will
It
tell
shows
you-
how serious we are.
I'll tell you how far I've
Next
gone
time,
with
next
with
time
this.
on our podcast, I'm sure we're gonna be having a plan for this thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
a complete plan. We're
We're
going to
gonna
work
be
on
having a
this.
complete
It's
plan.
a promise we're making to everyone.
Procrastination.
We're going to.
Procrastination. killed
It's
a lot
not
of
gonna
people.
steal our time. Never.
Procrastination.
It's not gonna steal our time.
No,
We're going to
we are
work
not
on
gonna
this.
allow that thief to do that now.
So we're just gonna. I'm gonna make phone calls as soon as I leave here, and then we'll see where these things go.
Yeah.
And-
We'll
and-
also be making phone calls to poets, writers, rappers.
And one thing I want to put out there is the fact that when we start, it might seem as if we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes we might have 5 people attendance.
Yeah. Or none.
Or none. Just be ourselves there. Second day we get 2 people.
Yeah,
The third day we get 5. You get me? So I just want to put it out there that it's not gonna just start and then the next thing we will host the biggest
Just
event
like
in
that.
Venda. No, it's just gonna start small. Start small. And if you are consistent,
Yeah.
Hana beguno chimbe.
Yeah,
Hey.
even the well-known
So-
scientists, those people who are making it, they spend most of their time behind the scene, working on becoming who they are today. We only see the results, but behind the scene, they've been working
It's a
years and
lot
years
of
and
work.
years.
It's a lot
They
of
will tell
work.
you that
Lot
I've
of
been
effort.
doing this for 25 years, for 30 years.
With
But
no
we only-
rewards.
Yeah, with no reward. Failing.
Yeah.
For 30 years, each year you are failing. Every year you are
Who
failing.
is this guy who
I never
created
gave
the
up.
bulb? Is it Thomas
Who
Edison?
created what?
The bulb. Yeah, I think Thomas Edison he conducted 1,000 failed 1,000
they
like
failed.
1,000 failed experiment, and the 1,001 was the light bulb.
You see?
So whenever you tried 5 episodes and then you cry, don't come with your things here. You come up with the 5 episodes.
then
You
he said,
said,
"I've been
people are not
trying."
one. I've been trying. I've been there. When I don't come with
views.
No, don't come with your things.
This is what I was telling you. You only go to apply for funding once
Once.
or twice. They don't get back to you. You give up. You
No,
need
you
to push
don't
those
come.
people.
Need to
They
push.
need to show how serious
Stop
they are.
being lazy.
They need to get
What?
tired of seeing your face that when you're
Exactly.
always
When
here
you're being
everywhere.
here.
It shows
Sometimes
how
that's
serious
what we
you are.
need for them to get tired. No, when you're being
Yeah,
here,
alright.
just take it.
Exactly.
That's what we need.
They did like
We
that
need
to
it.
me. We are tired. We are tired. Why are you always here? Just take what you want and
Just
leave.
take it.
Yeah, you see now
That's
I got
what
what
we
I
want.
wanted. So we need to push these people.
We need to have that spirit of resilience, guys.
Exactly.
Perseverance.
Exactly.
But perseverance is the mother of success. So we need to be resilient at all times. We need to be persistent, consistent. It's not easy. It's not
Never.
easy. All those guys who are on top, all those guys who have made it, they've
They
been
will
through
tell
shit.
you the same story of what
They've
they
been through
had
shit.
behind
a
the
lot of
They've
scenes.
contemplated
stories.
about
Some was
giving up.
sleeping in their cars without homes. Some were
You feel
living
me?
in streets. So they will tell you their story.
There is
The
a
thing is,
lot.
these
There
people
is a
are in
lot.
their comfort zone. They're still living with their parents, and they feel fine. Those one were chased out of home. They had
Some
nowhere
even
to
left.
go.
Some were not chased. They left. They're
just
like,
left.
you know what?
They left.
I'm leaving. I will figure it out as to wherever I go. Then
And
you just
it
go there. You
pushed
don't have a
them to
place
work
to sleep.
hard because
Like,
they
yo,
knew
I don't
that,
have
you
a
know
roof
what?
over my
The
head.
thing is
The
that you
following-
want to work hard if you're in a comfort zone.
You
You
want.
want.
You relax
Yeah.
too much.
You just
And
feel like,
when you relax, everything that you're planning is just relax.
You know, like at 7, I'm just gonna open the microwave. There's a plate of food there. In
Exactly.
the morning, there's
We
broad
should
bread in
also
the
push
broad.
parents to be
Come
a
on.
little bit hard
Hard.
on their parents. Yeah, I'm
If
telling
it
you.
means to chase you away, they'll tell
Yeah,
you
all
now.
their children,
Maybe
they
now
need to
it's
be
time
hard.
for you.
Not
to
necessarily chasing you, but just to cut you off on a lot of things.
Yeah, they need
And
to
see how you're going to be by
Now
yourself.
you need to be on your own.
Yeah, you just need to be like, hey, chief,
Yeah, grown.
your ass is big now. So
Yeah, we're tired.
need
They
to
have
fuck
to
off.
enjoy their money. They have to enjoy their own space.
Exactly.
Imagine you are growing. You have to make your own life decisions while you are still staying under their roof. That's where a lot of people quarrel because now you feel like
You've
I'm
grown
able
up.
to make my
You have
own decision,
grown
but
up
you are
and you
still
need
under
to make
someone's.
And
decisions.
let's-
Just that
let's-
is
let's
the
be
wrong
honest.
place for you to
Yeah.
make decisions.
let's be honest. You're a
What to
guy.
say,
I'm
yeah.
a dude. There's certain things that you wouldn't do in your mother's house. There's certain things I wouldn't do in my mother's house because, like, I respect her so much, and then like, I know things that she wouldn't want, so I wouldn't do them. But if I was in my place, I was going to. I can't host a house party in my mother's house,
You can't.
but in my place I can do it. You get me? So guys, let's just stop being lazy. At some point, we just complain about these things, whereas we are the ones who are lazy. Just stop being lazy.
Yeah, we just say.
Let's stop being. Just stand up, dust off your fear yourself, and carry on. It's a journey. This thing.
Yeah, you know the fact that we feel fine living with our parents at the age of 30
is the most
and
uncomfortable.
go. We
Just that I don't have a choice. I just have a choice
need
right
to
now.
start
but
questioning
it's
ourselves,
up
like,
to me.
where are we? Do you know what's the problem? The problem is we are too relaxed, and we have trained our mind that, you know what, we believe in getting hired, getting employed. As long as there's no employment, we are not hired. We feel like we are still kids, even though the years are going by. We are not willing to try new things. We are not willing to hustle and face the world out there, the reality. So we tell ourselves that, no, I've been trying to apply for a job, but I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that.
You're waiting for someone to employ you.
No one promised you a job. You went to school by yourself.
On our fourth episode, we talked about being an entrepreneurship. You don't need to wait for someone to employ you. You need to get up from somewhere.
How many graduates do we have now? We have I just saw another stats on Facebook.
Are you not a graduate?
Yeah.
I'm a graduate. I'm still
you
going to
not
school,
here?
by the way.
Am I not a graduate?
You see?
I'm here.
You are waiting for someone to hire
I'm waiting
you.
for someone
We don't
to
have
hire
people
me.
to start companies. We need to start companies so that we can hire
We can
others.
hire
We have a lot of graduates, but we don't have a
Now I
lot
always
of
tell
companies.
this thing to myself, like, I went to school by myself. No one dragged me and like, Chief, go to school. I will employ you. No, I went there, registered by myself. I studied by myself. I graduated.
And you were there willingly.
And nobody owes me anything.
Pushes you.
Nobody owes me anything. I owe it to myself to be out there. I owe it to myself to get out of my comfort zone and do what I'm supposed to be doing so that I can get to a place that I want to see myself. It starts with self. You get me? So,
So now
guys,
we need to hustle. We need to push. Look at this. How can I put it? Outsiders. Is it a good way to use?
foreigners.
Let's say
Foreigners. Yeah, those look at what they do when they get here. You see them bakochimbula kurengisa nguvo during the week kana bukati ya mwedzi anepa vachimbula kukolodisa pake gulu. Month end, that person is going to collect 25k.
3 months down the line, 3 years down the line, that guy is driving a Mac.
And that one, it's a simple example that you need to get out from your comfort zone. Those
Exactly.
people, they are no longer in their comfort
Yeah.
zone.
They
are
left
far
home.
away from home,
They
so
left
they don't
home.
have to sit down.
Yeah.
They
They are
need to
working.
work their ass off for them to be able
Yeah,
to
down the line. Bono renga bike, baba rengisanga bike.
Baba rengisanga-
Abacha
They don't
rengisa,
know how
abacha
working on
waran.
food, abacha waran.
You see, rena richoro zura rikopa sesura andula wa mabai. Endi waka bebe. You see. How long have you been saying Nika bebe?
You brought that name back. I can't remember the last time I had that name.
You're still saying kabingo mara kabingo no renga bike no renga kwamba. Anopata ndukulu wange.
3 months down the line, 3 years down the line, that
You
guy is
see?
driving a Mac. And I'm like,
Now
this
they
guy
are
just sitting
hiring
right.
us,
You
but
can
they
see
came
that
here
again.
kama tap
And that thing pays me more than anything, bro. Like to see a South African person working for an outsider. Mashopo or Juanga Magana. Then our sisters are working there.
Working there.
because we are still waiting here. Ndori kadichira kashango la shula milora lesa exist yuri nendi doba ni boss office ni afala
This is South
this for oranga mungazi ka company yanyi.
This is South Africa.
Ka
There's
company.
no longer a thing. If they hire you, they have a maximum amount of money that they want to give you.
Exactly.
If
And
in a year you are driving a Maserati and they know you only earn 10,000, you're gonna be audited,
Dude,
bruh.
I heard
and
that-
they'll tell
that-
you don't afford this shit. Why are you?
Where did you get
driving
there? Where did you get the
I
money?
heard that everything is planned. The salaries are planned.
They
They know that Mutono Shuma shop right gonna pick and pay. If we give them more than this, they're not gonna come back and work. Let's give them money for transport, for food, and for rent.
That's it.
That's it.
Amana,
Zuyambaro badatokoloda range kana.
imagine someone who's getting paid 100,000 rand a month. The person roam to wait up guy a company if they can give him 100,000 rand a month.
Yeah.
How much is he making for that?
More than
He's
50
making that money.
or time.
Get it?
Ndori ngaona moro anuita nga 1 hour. Then the rest you're just
You know,
working for the company.
I haven't told this one to anyone. It's for the very first time I'm saying it here. I used to work at a call center. You know the reason why I resigned? I analyzed
Yeah.
The clients you're bringing.
the salary that actually not a salary, the stipend that I was getting at the end of the month. I used to do that money in a day.
In a day. Then the rest
Not
of
a
the
day
days,
actually, an hour.
an hour.
Wow.
The rest of
I
the
used to do
hours
that
and
money.
the remaining
The rest
days
of
you are
the
working
hour.
for the company.
The
you know?
rest of hour, the rest of the days you are working for the company. I still
Exactly.
remember when COVID started. These people they were like, "No, you guys can go home." The owners of this company, they have millions. It can last them for maybe
Lifetime.
5 years to
Or
come.
a lifetime.
Or a lifetime. You know, I felt this pain like
You
from
need
within
it
my
more than
Corona pain.
they do.
I felt this pain. I was like, should I come back after COVID? No, I went back, but at the end I was like,
That's how the system trained us. They
No,
trained us
no
to
one
be
thinks.
slaves. They are playing golfs. You are busy working.
you're busy working,
9
they're
to
there
5. Yeah,
refreshing.
they are there. They just come and check. They are not even smart. The degree that you have acquired, the masters, the honors, they know nothing about it.
None.
They
don't even
you
care.
go to school, you study for them, you grow their company. They are just playing golf. They give you the salary that they think you deserve, then the rest of the money is theirs.
So, guys, the bottom line, let's stop being lazy because we can argue about this,
Yeah.
that. Let's stop
And
being
we can
lazy.
just talk about
Yeah, you
it
know,
now and
it's
then.
good. Going to school is good because we acquire something, knowledge in our arnai.
That one is
But
advice.
relying on someone to hire us.
the problem.
Company, are we building ourselves? That's why we're not growing. Dori salary on is kero na skolo don. Ya doba ya
Yapela
isa cover skolo don.
Yapela same time.
And that's called the food.
Rishimera skolo do. Auno firdoria at least in the fresh dinga chane ke I have some
Imagine.
extra money and
Imagine it's called a just leave. You are
see?
eating, then you're going to the toilet.
Only that. They are living large. But driver, the goro is anta. They are playing golf. You can't even enter whenever Tamera want to golf because you don't have money.
Yeah.
But you are waiting for them.
Like we said, the bottom line, let's stop being lazy.
stop being
Let's
lazy.
get up and work.
Let's
get up
And
and
let's start something. Let's create
Let's create our own. Yes, let's create our own things.
Songo tuwanga bathu banda bane bakusika fano. Eba bathu
Let's
bakore
create
prove lore.
platforms.
Mushumo na to creator. You will make it.
Exactly.
You will make it. You just have
Guys,
to
I
work
think
on it.
we've reached the end of the show for today. We've covered so many things and things that I think are relevant, things that needs to be spoken about, things that will change someone's life, I believe. Because I think there's someone out there who's been trying and things are not working out. Maybe when he sees this, like, okay, I'm not late. I can still do it. We are also pushing, Buffett. We are trying. We are trying.
Every day.
We are trying. We try, we fail, we fall, we get up, continue.
Dust yourself
So-
up and continue.
If you're watching out there, don't give up, man. Black child, don't give up. It is within you. You can do it. You owe it to yourself to be the person that you always imagine yourself as. You owe it to yourself to be at places that you imagine yourself at. You owe it to yourself to be the person that will change someone's life out there. So, without any further ado, I will give this to people to say their last words, and then we will close. We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, myself, I'd like to say, just because you are failing on your attempts, it doesn't mean that you won't make it. You need to keep on trying until you reach to your goals. Because those failures, they are the one who are building you up. Without those failures, you won't know the hardship that you have to go through along the way. So it's better to come across that hardship first before you reach to green pastures. So when you fail, please don't give up. Just keep on attempting, keep on trying.
You know, someone once told me that fail, the word itself fail, it's an abbreviation. First attempt in learning.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you fail,
Damn.
don't sit
Profound.
down.
Didn't know
That's so
that.
profound.
It is.
So don't sit down. While you fail, just know that's your first time attempting learning something.
Yeah.
So you need to get up, dust yourself off, move forward.
It doesn't matter
Because
how
if you
many
sit
times.
down, who do you think is going to do those things?
No
for
one.
you? No one. So to everyone out there, everything that you want, everything that you're dreaming of, no one has to build that one for you, but yourself. And it starts from within. What do you want? You need to ask yourself that question. What do I want? What do I want to be? And what is that I want to change? So whatever that we said today, guys, today's topics was very emotional somehow.
Yeah.
It was very emotional somehow.
The truth about us is that we need to push ourselves.
So
we need
you
to
see,
stop
so
being lazy.
whenever we are talking like this, I hope there's someone who took something. Even though not you need to listen.
Yeah.
You will pick up and it will
We
change
learn
your
every
life.
day.
We
Our
learn
not
every
divas
day.
rote.
Yes. Even
Awuna
us, we know,
sadebishitu.
we don't know everything. You see?
Yeah.
So this is the end of the show, guys. See you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like our page. Myself on social media, it's thavhani Mfuni, Facebook, Instagram, thavhani _Mfuni, and then Twitter, it's thavhani _Mfuni. What's your problem, man?
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. You need to keep on subscribing. Watch our shows. It will change you somehow if you're listening. We don't know who is watching. So you who is watching. Yes. Hit the subscribe, share and comment.
And like.
Yeah.
It's still Madao Patichezo. Facebook Madao Patichezo. Instagram Patichezo Robert. I'm still here. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to add, if they have some ideas they would like to ask us to discuss about, like today we discussed about some of the ideas. You know, there are people out there who say, why don't they talk about this?
You
can give us
put it on a comment.
Yeah, put it in a comment.
Just
Then
put it on a
we'll talk
comment.
about it.
We'll talk about it.
So myself, I'm full pressure mafaza, ka Facebook, then ka Twitter is pressure Africa, and then
Insta.
I don't know. Yeah, it's only Twitter and Facebook.
Bye bye, guys. See you in the next episode.